Hey everyone! So let's talk about what it really means to be intelligent. Today, we're going to explore a really interesting idea. What if we shifted our thinking away from intelligence as some kind of competition and moved it towards something more about connection, about just being present? I mean, really think about it. How often in a meeting or a debate or even just talking with friends is the goal to win? To be the one who's right, to prove you're the smartest person in the room? It's super common, right? It turns intelligence into this kind of performance. But what if there's a totally different way to look at it? So you can really see the two paths here. On the one hand, you've got what we can call performance intelligence. This is the one we all know. It's about winning, being right, telling people what to do. But on the other side, there's this idea of presence intelligence, and that is all about exploring, really listening, and creating a space that feels, well, invitational, a space where people actually want to have a conversation. At its core, this is a patient, listening kind of intelligence. It's not about pushing your own agenda or following some kind of script. It's about being right there, fully present, and engaging with people exactly as they are in that moment. It's about valuing that authentic connection way more than some polished, perfect performance. Okay, so what does this art of being present actually look like in the real world? Let's dive in and break down the key principles. The whole goal here is to create what the source material calls a broader sensing field. Now, I know that sounds a little abstract, but think of it like this. You're creating an open space for everyone to explore together. In this space, ideas aren't weapons to win a debate. Nope. They're more like tools that everyone in the group can pick up, look at, and test out together. The goal isn't victory, it's discovery. And getting there takes a really careful balance. It's almost like a two-step dance. First, you need openness. You have to be genuinely willing to see new ideas and new patterns. But that's paired with step 2, discernment. That's the wisdom to know which of those patterns are actually useful, which ones really help everyone understand more, and which ones are just noise that pulls you back into the same old arguments. This leads to a completely different way of communicating. Instead of that prescriptive style that's all about commands and putting pressure on people, this approach is invitational. It leads with questions. And, super importantly, it uses pauses. It actually creates quiet moments for other people to think and contribute without feeling like they're on the spot. It's literally inviting them to participate. And this quote from the source material just captures it so perfectly. It's not about shining a giant, blinding spotlight on everyone to prove how smart you are. It's about casting quiet throws of light onto unfamiliar corners. You're just gently illuminating things, creating a safe space where other people feel comfortable enough to step closer and maybe, just maybe, see themselves a little more clearly. Underneath all of this is a key principle, reciprocity. It's this core belief that every single thing that happens in a conversation matters. Every question, every comment, even a moment of just being quiet, it all sends a little tremor through the group, affecting the dynamic for everyone. I absolutely love this metaphor. We're not just actors on a stage reading lines from a script. Instead, every single person is a co-architect in the evolving weather system of the conversation. Every voice helps shape the atmosphere, the direction, the entire climate of how you interact. It's a shared creation. All right, so we've talked a bit about the how, but what about the why? What's the end game here? What does this whole approach actually create? Well, it all leads to this incredible goal of a truly shared understanding. And the outcomes are so valuable. See, you don't walk away with some fixed final answer. Instead, what you get is a living, evolving sense of meaning that you all built together. You get these gentle nudges to think about things a bit more deeply, ethically. You get a real profound sense of mutual understanding. And, maybe the most important one of all, you get resilience. And let's linger on that point about resilience, because this is key. This approach doesn't try to get rid of tension or disagreement. Not at all. Instead, it makes space for it. It acknowledges it. It actually transforms that friction into fuel. Disagreements stop being a problem and start becoming opportunities that make the group's connection and understanding even stronger. So this all sounds great, but how do we actually start doing this? That brings us to our final section, which honestly is less of a conclusion and more of an invitation for you. The call to action is actually beautifully simple. It's this: don't wait until your idea is perfect. Don't polish it until it shines. Instead, share it as a living artifact, Maybe it's just a fragment of a thought, a question you have, an image. The point isn't to present a finished product. The point is to offer a starting point so that the conversation that happens next becomes both the test and the gift. And this, right here, is the heart of it all. Just let go of that need to be perfect. Your contribution doesn't have to be some flawless, brilliant insight. It just needs to be present. It just needs to be authentic. That is where the real connection, the real discovery actually begins. So that's what I want to leave you with. A question, just for you. What half-formed idea, what little curious question, what living artifact could you share with someone today? Not to win, not to be right, but just to connect and see what happens. Something to think about. Thanks for exploring this with me.